Brother Maynard, bring up the holy hand grenade. 1, 2, 5.
Please, sir.
3.
Arm yourselves, America. This is Defenders Live.
Yeah!
Oh my goodness. Oh
Well,
my goodness.
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
Hilarity.
Is it clicked in and nobody's following?
No.
For those of you keeping score at home,
If those of you that actually pay attention to the numbers,
yeah, this is our 500th show.
500th show.
Like, holy smokes, man.
Like, how many days have we been doing this, guys?
Well, more than 500, but
Yeah. Shh.
that's not the point. Point is
Shush.
the 500th show. Like,
Right.
This is, wow. When you say it out loud, it's
When you
just,
think
it's-
about it.
When you do think about it, it's incredible. Like,
So let's go to the 100. Let's go 500 more, and we'll be good.
yeah, we got to think of something. Okay, so
We got to think of something to do on the 1,000th,
yeah,
other than just the regular show, obviously.
yeah,
'Cause,
obviously,
you know, it's the
we
regular show.
need like a 2-hour special or something.
Yeah, boy.
Um,
I think that might be doable.
I don't know, a 2-hour thing, guests everywhere.
It'd be all over the place.
I'm trying to think. It's got to be big.
Yep.
It's got to be big. We got to blow the windows off.
Huge.
Huge, as
Friggin' huge.
as the Trump would say.
Exactly.
As the Trump would say.
Things that Trump wouldn't say. Speaking of, the father of a 13-year-old girl in Iran beheaded her with a farming sickle while she was sleeping, reportedly.
You mean allegedly?
No, reportedly.
Allegedly. So okay. So how come?
As an honor killing.
Have you noticed this though?
Uh-huh.
Real fast is when it's in the United States, it's allegedly.
Yeah. When it's anywhere
When it's everywhere else, it's reportedly.
and reputedly and
Uh-huh.
whatever else. Yeah. As an honor killing for falling in love with an older man.
I thought that was their thing.
What do you mean?
I thought that's what they did.
Right. But it wasn't the one that he chose.
Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Way to start the 500 off with a
I know.
smile.
I
Good
know.
Lord.
Started off with a bang. Woo!
Right?
Right.
It's like-
A cut. But anyway,
Oh.
Ramina Ashrafi.
Hashtag nailed it. Hashtag like a native.
Thank you. Who
Very
lived
nice.
in Havi, Talesh County.
Okay.
She'd flew to home, with her father. Said he was furious that she had planned to marry a 35-year-old adult male. So, yeah. The families of both the people contacted authorities, triggering a 5-day search. Culminated with Ramina being returned home. Despite the fact that Ramina said that her life would be in danger by returning home, the father later turned himself into police as he held the bloody sickle.
This is where is this at again?
What?
This is in where is this? Did this happen?
Talesh.
Oh, I know where Talesh is.
Yeah. Over in
no.
Talesh.
Where is that?
In Havi.
What nation? Nation.
It's
Do we have
in
an
Havi.
idea? I've never heard of that place.
Yeah, well.
Okay, but I'm going to go on a limb.
And say it's somewhere in the Middle East.
Yeah, let's go that. That's kind of, again, that's part of their MO. Like, that's what they do.
Yeah.
So why is he turning himself into the police?
Because technically he did kill somebody, and so he has to at least turn himself in for them to prove that it was a traditional honor killing.
See, it doesn't make sense. The logic in that makes zero sense because here's the deal. as my dad always told me, when it comes to self-defense of any kind, is you want to make sure that there's only one side of the story to tell.
Well, he did.
And that's what I'm saying. There's only one side, so how...
Yeah.
There's a bit of a bias there, maybe, or a little bit of corruption. I don't know. Something doesn't quite pan out. So he cut her head off for the 13-year-old girl.
Yeah.
For falling in love
with a
35-year-old man that he didn't pick out.
Yeah. The Daily Mail noted that Rumina's return to her home was, quote, required by Islamic Republic law. Oh, it's the Islamic Republic, so. Adding Iranian laws mean girls can marry after the age of 13, though the average age of marriage is about 23. Iranian International pointed out, according to Sharia law, only the, quote, blood owner, the immediate family member, are allowed to demand execution for the murder of their loved ones. Therefore, most honor killings go unpunished with little punishment since the family will not demand the death sentence for another family member.
And usually the guy who does it is
the person,
the head of the house
anyway.
Yeah. And so
yes,
nobody's going to challenge him.
Yeah. Quote, since he is the guardian of the victim based on Iran's Islamic penal code, the father will be exempt from qisas, the Islamic term for retaliation in kind or retributive justice.
I like how they quotated guardian because he's not exactly
the guardian.
You're not exactly guarding something that
you didn't
you're
really guard
the
it
head
very
off of.
well. You know, so we have this whole thing over here in America where we're like, you know, daughter gets to a certain age, you do the little sappy thing where you buy the necklace and you're like, let me hold on to your heart and guard it for you. And that
what?
You never heard of this thing?
No.
It's a father-daughter thing.
No idea.
Well, you don't have any, so yeah.
But
daughters.
Never did it.
Anyway, so there's this thing that it's done, and you know you buy a little pendant, and it's a little heart, and you present it to them, and they're and you're like, let me guard your heart. Yeah, the whole thing, and
okay,
yeah, until you're out of our house, and blah blah blah. Basically,
you throw it at her as she drives down the driveway. Here, take this with you.
Don't leave me.
You're forgetting something.
Your heart is mine.
That's kind of where I'm getting it. It's like, that's a little weird.
Not really. It's a kind of a way to like say that, you know, you want to protect them from the evils of the evil wiles of the young men in the world.
Yeah, but symbolically, I get where that's coming from.
You get the symbolism.
I do get the symbolism.
What I'm saying is we have symbolism here.
The rest of it is crap. Theirs is not quite so symbolic.
It's not symbolic. It's let me hold your heart.
It's more literal.
It's more
literal.
Either you let me hold you or I'm going to hold your heart. What I'm trying to say is
it's a little extreme.
It's a tad, just teeny bit. It goes back to yesterday's conversations or the conversations in the past where we understand that America seems to be very, very down on the Christian faith.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at other faiths and other religions in other countries, you kind of have to say that we're pretty chill. By comparison, Christianity is rather chill.
They keep saying that, you know, Christianity is not a religion of peace, and Islam is, and yet
you just literally beheaded your own daughter because she was about to marry a 35-year-old and she's 13, which is the legal age in Iran.
See, and again, I would argue he did it wrong.
Yeah, but so did
in America, it would have been the 35-year-old man who would have gotten it, not the girl.
Right.
Even if she was in love with it, I don't care, baby, you're doing it wrong, and the guy would have been done.
Because of the way that Iran works and because of the way the Sharia law works, the women actually get punished before the men do.
Kevin Hutch is over on BB. Let me hold on to your head. I'll give it to you when you're old enough to use it wisely.
That's basically it.
Yeah.
And by that, he means never.
Yeah.
Ever again.
Well, she won't need it after that point. Just saying.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a use for it now. Once she's kind of gone and done, it's over.
Mm-hmm. Courtship watching slug. Sadly, there's also a get out of free card. I'm guessing she meant get out of jail free. Mm-hmm. Get out of jail free card for honor killing in Sharia. Yes, you're correct.
Yeah, there's pretty much an excuse for everything under Sharia law, which is pretty interesting. Again, but that's the religion of peace.
Right, that's the religion of peace.
You know, at least with, you will have a Christian who'll turn around and say, well, I don't agree with homosexuality, or I don't believe that that's right.
Or you're going to hell for being homosexual. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's
about it.
So much worse than,
that's,
apparently lopping your 13-year-old daughter's head off while she sleeps.
With a sickle.
Mm-hmm. Which I'm still trying to figure out the dynamics of how that worked. Because, if she's
it's a very sharp sickle.
No, I got that. But if you held a sickle, like it goes like this.
It was like a rice sickle. It was like a small handheld.
Oh. Because every time I hear it, I think of
of like death scythe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No. This is a sickle.
Yeah.
It's a little bit. This is sickle.
It's
okay. Sickle.
The little bitty one.
Yeah. It's like the tonfa. It's like a sharp tonfa.
No, but I'm saying it's like on the flag. Gotcha. That's all you say.
Yeah,
the flag. Mm-hmm. On the flag.
Yes.
Yeah.
Handhelds.
Hamburger. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay,
yeah.
We're good now. Never mind. I got it.
I got two of them. Shink, shink.
No, I can figure that out now. No, every time I hear the sickle, though, I think of a big thing, and I think of the big one.
The biggin.
And we go from there.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Peekapool.
Yeah, there you go.
Snarky Jackhole over on Twitter's. My prediction for your 1,000th show is Dylan will give in to the siren call of the gas station sushi and subsequently miss the broadcast.
That is possible. Highly possible.
I would argue that it is it does seem to be tradition.
You're not really near a gas station like that anymore.
No, I'm not. No,
your rest stops are pretty
normal,
posh, I would say, in comparison.
Very posh. Yeah.
In comparison. So
indeed.
So yeah, I'd say you're fine.
Probably not going to be that big of an issue. But
you might be ankle deep in something, but
we'll leave that for another.
That's gonna let that lie.
Just
there.
Are we
gonna let that lie right there?
Oh goodness. Goodness. Mm-hmm. So nothing like a little bit of beheadings to start off our.
I don't want people to lose their heads.
Happy anniversary to us.
Exactly, and I started off.
13-year-old girl gets her head lopped off.
Yeah, well, so
it doesn't roll off the tongue.
No, it doesn't. Well, it did roll.
Sadly. Well, hold on. Are you sure about that?
It's a sickle.
Yeah, but he could have. It may not have rolled until he picked it up and put it in the baggie. I'm guessing. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh gosh, that's not good.
I mean, what else is there to say?
There's really not much else. It's a trap, buddy.
I know.
That's a trap.
I got it.
Thank you. Okay.
Figured that out.
Things that aren't traps, though, are coffee.
I was born at night, just not last night.
Exactly. Wow.
Good God.
Jeez, Frank. Way to start the day.
I know. There's no waiting. There's no.
Nothing. Nope. Nothing. Anyway.
He didn't even ease into it. He just grabbed a hold of it and shoved it right in there.
Mm-hmm.
I like how the blood right there looks like a skull.
Yeah, they did that on purpose.
I know what I'm saying. It's a good touch.
That's good. It's very, it's touching. It's moving.
And then look like Nike. The Nike swish.
That's also not a sickle, but it'll work.
It's not a scimitar either, but
it'll work.
Yeah.
It's like a sickle tar.
It's a sickle tar. The word of the day is sickle tar. All right.
Oh, this dumpster fire brought to you by American Pride Roasters. AmericanPrideRoasters.com is where you can get literally the best coffee.
It is, because we know DM so enjoys following a story about beheading a 13-year-old
right.
girl.
Well, like I said, we don't want you to lose your head over this.
No.
And we're going to bring it right back around, okay?
We're going to Frankenstein this bitch? What have we
I don't know, but we are going to circle back, all right? We're just going to... Look, By the time look, by the time this is over, it'll be sealed with a kiss. That's all I'm saying. Oh gosh, American Pride Roasters, historically great coffee. I don't know what he does or how he does it, but this man is a science wizard.
Yes. Well, it's very simple. He's got a wand.
Yeah.
And he just goes in there and starts waving that sucker all over the place and filling up all the beans with these great flavors and
his magic.
And yeah, it's nothing but magic and
sunshine.
Yeah.
And lollipops.
And a tad of love.
A little love?
Little love.
So you're saying he spreads his love everywhere?
He does. He does.
Yeah.
With his wand.
AmericanPrideRoasters.com. That's AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
Taste the love.
Taste the love. Oh, by the way, don't forget, you can still get, there are still some left, you can still get a time for choosing a pound of it. A pound of a time for choosing. And when you do, you can get a pound of Washington for half off.
Nice.
Yeah, it's amazing. Go check it out. APR Coffee, AmericanPrideRoasters.com. So,
Chai Boy and IA over on the Twitters, show 500. I wondered why I felt that I needed to pre-game for the show with Letterkenny today.
Good man.
Yeah. And as he puts it, it's the gif of Squirrely Dan. This conversation is fast becoming a confrontation.
It's very true. It's very true.
Love that show. So, do we have anything like good?
Well, I mean, we got stuff, and
you didn't answer my question. I know.
So NBC decided to fire Megyn Kelly for blackface commentary that she'd made recently. Funny thing.
What would that be?
Well, so
you mean besides the fact that there have countless other people who've done the same thing?
Well, that's kind of the thing. So NBC also has Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Fallon actually did blackface skits.
Yeah, he did.
Multiple times.
Yeah. So, hold on. So, I'm confused then. So, are they trying to say that they only did it to her because she's a woman?
No, because she's Megyn Kelly.
Oh, well.
They're doing it to her because she's Megyn Kelly.
But
they're trying to make her into like this demon.
Yeah, no, I got that part, but
yeah,
they're not doing it to Meghan McCain.
No, of course not. Because her dad just died.
Well, no, he didn't just die. That was a couple years ago. And not for nothing. Have you looked at the two of them together? I mean, who would want to do it to Meghan McCain? Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Yeah,
it was there.
Yeah, it was laying there just all...
like Meghan McCain.
Okay, remember, cover in flour, roll around. Fine. Yeah, never mind.
Nope. Nope. All I'm going to say is when she farted, it looked like Mount Vesuvius.
Is that ash or is that...
Everybody in Pompeii. Shit, not again.
Anyway, Regis co-host auditioned. A sketch that originally ran on the long-running comedy sketch show featuring Jimmy Fallon, portraying fellow comedian Chris Rock.
So Fallon was pretending to be Chris Rock.
Right. And he did the full makeup.
I still don't quite understand how it is that they can make... I get that they're pegging her as being... she's conservative. She worked for Fox and blah 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 blah. So we're gonna we're gonna get her.
They're going to burn her.
Yeah, but how come it can't be fair? Like I thought for honestly that this would be okay, white people.
Are you saying it's an open and shut case?
Yes. it shouldn't be this difficult. I figured it being white people, that's what they were all going after, and now they're. I mean, obviously, this is just showing that it is political and not actually social or an actual real grievance. It's just.
Sorry.
Thank you, Erica, for filling that in.
You finished.
Thank you for finishing that. We know how long she's been listening because she could finish that joke too.
Forever. But no, they're not even hiding the fact that it's political now. I mean,
Megyn Kelly needs to sue for this.
Oh yeah.
Like for real.
Yeah.
Because all she did was a commentary.
Yeah.
She didn't put on blackface. She didn't come walking out there dancing around and
big deal, making a big deal about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
She was doing a commentary on it. And Jimmy Fallon actually comes out and does it. Wears blackface and all, and nobody says a word. It doesn't make sense. I think that's, again, and I've said this before, I think this is one of the reasons why nobody likes politics, let alone the left. Because you can't be intellectually honest. You can't stay consistent. It's all whatever suits you and your thing, and that's it. And it doesn't. Nobody's trying to actually be honest.
Right. I mean, if you were being honest, this wouldn't be a problem.
No.
At all.
Or Jimmy Fallon would have been
fired
off the air and fired years ago.
Even though it was a skit, a comedy skit.
Oh, there's no such thing as comedy anymore. Comedy is dead.
Right. Yes, that's true.
Because any joke that you make
is offensive to somebody.
Is offensive to someone. You are hurting someone's feelings, or you are speaking about something that you clearly know nothing about, and therefore have no right to be speaking on.
Yes.
So comedy is dead.
Yes, it is.
That's why we suck so bad.
That's why this show is terrible. In other news, Tulsi Gabbard drops the $50 million defamation suit against Hillary Clinton.
You know why?
Because she doesn't want to die?
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Duh.
All right, new story. Moving on. No, I mean, that's what it is. Tulsi Gabbard, for
all the gumption and the oomph that she said that she had.
Yeah,
doesn't want to die.
She doesn't want to die. She's not stupid.
She doesn't want to accidentally, off herself.
Yeah, she doesn't want to put she doesn't want to put 2 bullets in the back of her head and then drag herself across out a window, down 10 flights of stairs or whatever it was, 2 stories, and then across the street into a park somewhere.
Right.
You don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Or you don't want to hang yourself in a jail cell that you have nothing in there to be able to hang yourself with.
True.
Just saying.
Kevin Hutcherson over on the MeWe says, "Why didn't Robert Downey Jr. or Jimmy Kimmel get any heat for blackface?" Now, the funny thing is, Jimmy Kimmel did.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but Downey didn't, and I've just seen Tropic Thunder the other day.
You want to know why?
Why?
Because they accepted that role. Because they explained it in the movie.
Because he's a white guy playing a black guy.
They explained it in the movie.
It's so stupid.
And Robert Downey Jr. came out and said he would never have done that role. Now.
See, I'm going to pause on that one for a second, going off on a slight tangent.
Yeah, it's slight tangent.
Because I was watching something, it was on, I follow, what is that, Looper? Or whatever it is on Facebook. Because they got a lot of interesting things.
Very
little
cool
things
stuff,
pops up.
yes.
And one of them they did was movies that celebrities wish they had never done. And what's her name? Ellen Page, the girl from Juno, sat there and said that she wished she'd never done that movie, even though that was by far the single one.
That was the thing that got her.
That was the springboard that launched her career, which I would argue.
I wish I'd never done the thing that made me famous.
Yeah, well, the reason why she said it was because there was a single point in there where she makes a gay joke.
Okay.
She makes a gay joke.
Right.
And?
Well,
her being gay, she's like, I never would have said that now. I never would have done it now. What?
Okay.
But they mentioned the Robert Downey Jr. part. He said the same thing. He's like, I would never have done that now if I'd have known. I'm like, dude, it was a joke. That's what made it funny.
It was a good joke. Shut up. Anyway,
whatever.
We'll be right back, folks, right after this. Essential Jackhole, you know us so well.
Yeah, it's almost like you've been listening forever.
I know, and actually paying attention, too.
I know.
It's crazy.
Boy, howdy.
Mm-hmm. She's laughing at something on her phone. And she has headphones in.
Laugh quieter.
If I can hear you,
everyone else can hear you. You're up here. We need you down here.
Or you go to bed.
Take about 20% off that there, Squirrely. Oh, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I get the whole...
What is that?
I don't know. This is your house. You tell me.
Hold on.
Oops. No, I understand the whole blackface problem being blackface back in the day.
Sure. Yeah,
when
whatever.
there's
Yeah.
segregation.
Mm-hmm.
junk-
Yeah.
That
That's
stuff
bad.
is done now.
Mm-hmm.
And we've moved on.
Yeah.
People need to grow the hell up.
Pretty much.
You know, take a joke.
And even back then, it was kind of a joke.
Well, yeah, but that was meant to be an ugly joke.
Yes.
Like, it's not ugly now.
Now it's just you're impersonating a person
You're trying,
specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
stupid.
Yep. All right, we're coming back.
Hold tight. Shh. Shh.
I think it's time we blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Chai Boy, NIA at DOA Show. Hashtag arm yourselves. Get your string supplies. Tulsi will be the part of the next presidential run with Chelsea in 4 years. Yeah, no, I
Yeah, you're probably right.
believe it.
Yeah, you're probably
Because
right.
in all fairness, she's young.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she's somewhat in the middle. I think,
That's probably there.
and she doesn't look like a Clinton.
True. Courtship watching Slug over on the Twitters as well. Humor's dead, guys. Wokeness killed it.
Yeah, very slowly.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very slowly. Sweats over on Twitters as well. Don't you guys know? They have to apologize for all the good jokes because we're not allowed to have a sense of humor anymore.
It's true.
We can only be told what to think, what to laugh at, and
How to think and all the rest of it.
what 2 minutes to hate.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because you need to know every 2 minutes what to hate.
Because you're too ignorant to be able to have an opinion and be independent and self-sufficient. And
What happened to Miss Independent?
I don't know. Apparently, she died with humor.
Yep.
Anyway, if you would like to be part of it and jump in and chime in with the show, follow us at DOAE Show. Use the hashtag ArmYourselves. Also go over to DOAEshow.com. That would be our website. Go over there, hang out, check out, see what's going on over there. Look at the archives, pick up some gear.
Yeah.
I think we got besides the recently added tumblers, the 30-ounce tumblers,
We now have the neck gator.
we have the net gator as well that's out there for those who still believe that you have to wear a mask, or if you have to wear one even if you don't want to. Like
Or if you
myself,
just really like wearing face coverings.
which I'm going to start doing. Like, I'm going to get this gator, like, for real. Like, after show, I'm ordering it tonight.
Yeah.
I'm going to
It's the stretchy material, too.
I'm going to wear it, and so that way I could turn around and just,
Whatever.
from now on, I'm always going to wear it and make somebody tell me to take it off.
You're going to do the anti.
I'm going to be the douche.
Yeah. I can see that happening.
But
That's okay.
Go to mojo50.com. Check out all the other awesome hosts over there. The great shows that are going on over there. Far better than us.
Oh, yes. But that's okay
Nine-
because we're going to last so much longer.
Yeah, we will. At least here anyway. Everybody else is going to like improve and go on to greater and greater things.
We're just going to be stuck.
We're going to be here forever. And I'm
With
okay
you.
with that.
I'm fine too. Yeah,
No, I'm really
good
okay with
then.
that.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
good.
want that to sound like a bad thing. We're
No,
okay
it's
with
not
that.
bad. It's not bad at all. We're happy.
We just feel sorry for you.
Yeah. Sorry. We apologize to you.
There's no, kind of a one-trick pony here.
Yep. Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Yes.
Okay.
You heard me right. It's breaking news.
Hold on. I know we do this every time.
What?
But that's not breaking news.
I don't care.
That's just the regular news.
But I don't have any other news sounder.
Yeah, I know that. But if I can go and find awesomeness.
You go find it then.
No, but I was saying, if I could find that, then.
Yeah, then go find it then.
Boo! You suck!
You suck too. You go find it, all right? That's my breaking news sounder. That's how it goes.
Okay.
All right?
Just letting you know.
Yeah, well, whatever. You find me one, and I'll use it.
Look at Rue. even the Rue is practicing.
Even the Roo has
practicing safety and
face mask over his face mask. Look at you. Good job. So, President Donald Trump is set to sign an executive order aimed at social media companies, according to the statement made on Wednesday to reporters.
this is not no.
White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McKinney.
Hiney ho.
Meckanany.
Mechaleki hi, mechaleka ho.
Ho. Made the announcement that to reporters during an Air Force One flight returning from Florida.
This is not good.
No future details were offered about what the order might command. The president had warned that he would take action against Twitter, the popular social media platform, after they began labeling his tweets with quote with fact-check links for the first time on Tuesday.
Now I'm going to.
Now, the guy that actually started doing that actually did come out and say that it was his fault, not Twitter itself. There was a specific person that was working at Twitter doing this onto his account.
Yeah.
Still,
it's Twitter. Twitter is responsible for their employees, just like any other company is responsible for employees. However,
correct. However,
there's this little thing about Twitter.
Yeah.
There's a little thing about all the social media platforms.
What is that little thing?
They're a private company.
Oh wait, well, sorry, what?
They're a private company.
They're not.
They are privately owned. They're privately ran. They're not part of the government. They don't get. I mean, they probably do get somehow.
Yeah, they
ways,
do.
But they're not. They're still considered a private company. Therefore, they can pretty much do whatever the hell they want to do.
Yeah.
You don't like them.
It don't
matter. Use them.
Yeah. Go to a different one.
It's that simple.
Yeah.
And you can say, well, there is no others.
Yes,
well,
there are. There are 15,000 different social media companies out there. Many of them are actually okay.
Yeah. And if you don't like it, then you start your own or something or find another venue. They're a private company. They're a private company. Mm-hmm. The president of the United States does not have the right to sit. I mean, I have the ability, the authority, air quotes, whatever, to do an executive decision, but he does not have the right to sit here and pull some junk like this against any private company. All up to this point, they've called him a dictator, and it's been a lie.
Yes.
He signs this?
Dictatorship.
Dictator.
Yeah.
Period.
Into sentence.
This
is one of those points where once again, we didn't vote for the guy. We praise him when he does good things. We yell at him when he does bad.
And this is bad.
This is
very bad.
This is not a good thing.
Because let's just make this clear, too, that he's setting a precedent doing this. Because if he can do this against Twitter,
any other president can do this against any other private individual company.
Mm-hmm. Or individual.
Because technically by the government standards, we are all companies. That's why we have tax IDs.
Yeah, and that's going to end up making... this is not good.
It's not good, guys. It is not a good thing. Essential Jackhole over on the Twitters at DOA Show, .. For when you just want it to last longer. Love you.
Right?
Yeah.
And what else can you say?
That's it.
But no, this is not good. I mean, we don't even know. Like I said, they're not going to say what it is the executive order is.
Whatever.
know he's not gonna. He's gonna
If
do
you
something.
sign an executive order against a private company, you're doing it wrong.
You're a dictator. Period. And,
Correct.
And you will become everything they said that you are.
And you need to stop.
Nah.
Go off the rails, yell and scream, say you're going to do it. Don't actually do it.
I'm telling you,
Don't.
I would
Do
argue. I would argue.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I was gonna say if he signs that executive order,
Whatever it's going to be.
I think that would be him signing away the election.
I think more than no. I don't think.
No. I may not be 100%, but I think it's a good.
It's
It
gonna hurt
will.
him.
It will. Yeah. It will not
It
be
will
the
hurt.
landslide that he's actually. I would argue he's projected for.
Right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like right now, it's gonna be, I wouldn't say a blowout, but it's gonna be big. It'll
gonna
be pretty
huge.
much. Yeah. It's not gonna be a landslide, but it's gonna be.
It's gonna be a big one.
It's gonna be big, but if he signs this,
Oh, it's
'cause
it's gonna trash the entire deal.
there are too many people out there.
That want to use this sort of situation.
Well, and there are too many people who are also smart enough to know and to see the writing on the wall that if he signs this is all he's doing is setting up for a future.
And he is setting himself up for failure.
Yep, and he becomes, like I said, the dictator that he's for so long has been saying he's not, and been acting and proving that he's not.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
speaking of actively proving that you're not a dictator, the U.S. There have been U.S. states that are now suing the Trump administration. Which, by the way, I got to stop right there. I got to stop. Do we have an administration in office, or do we have an executive office?
I don't even know at this point anymore, to be perfectly honest with you.
So an administration is something very, very different than an executive office. So we have an executive office. They're there to execute the law. Okay, sign it into passing. Put that sort of thing. An administrator does everything. Everything from making the laws to judging if the laws are good or bad. So the administration is actually the entire government. When you say the Trump administration, you're saying the federal government. You shouldn't be using Trump in that way. You shouldn't be using the president's administration. It's not an administration. It is the executive office. So United States are trying to sue the executive office over fuel efficiency rollbacks. Over the fact that he decided to cut regulations.
yeah.
He got rid of regulations. He got rid of federal regulations, and states in America are trying to sue.
Which is dumb. Because it just makes things easier. Real fast before we get too further into this.
Sure.
Because I saw this when you sent it, and I'll be perfectly honest with you.
I know you don't really care.
I really don't care.
I know.
I know you have there's something in there. And
There's a point.
There's a point, and then you want to get to it.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I could.
eventually.
The Twitters are blowing up, and I kind of
Okay, sure.
want to touch on it.
KK, sure.
Asking for a friend, Jack Hole, at DOA Show, at Dylan Laws, at Stephen Airy. While Twitter is a private company, they get special legal protection that are reserved for a platform while they act like a publisher. This is the route POTUS should take.
Oh, no.
well-
Executive order, no.
Well, and that's what I was getting ready to say. And I'll follow it up here in a second. Courtship Watching Slug also on Twitter. The only thing he could sign against Twitter would be to remove Twitter's publisher protection. Anything else would be dictatorial. And I would argue that that's actually not true. Anything that he does against a private company, period, he is singling out a private company.
Yes.
They have the right to do what they want.
Now, here's what I will say.
Within the rules of law.
Yeah.
You want to have these things taken, but you're going to have to take it away for everybody across the board. You can't just single out.
Right. So if he does if he does an executive order, let's say, okay, and the executive order is this: all social media companies will no longer be considered to have the rights of a publisher, meaning that they cannot edit or delete posts made by other people.
Okay.
Or if a social media company decides that if you sign something that says, if a social media company decides that they're going to edit, delete, or modify posts, they will then also decide that they are legally a publisher by nature and thus be held accountable for all and every single point published on their website.
Basically, they'll be up for libel and everything else.
Yeah.
Kalkin Trividi, sorry if I butchered that, but he read a response on here. Representative Matt Gaetz from Florida said today he is working with the Republican members of the House Judiciary Committee to craft legislation that would strip social media giants, plural, of their Section 230 legal immunity if they fact-check content on their platforms.
Well, that's fine.
And
that's different.
That is different.
That is the legislative branch doing their job, making sure that things are fine.
Yeah. If that's different than POTUS going, I don't like Twitter for doing this to me, therefore I'm going to put an executive order against them.
Yeah.
That is wrong. Even I would argue even an executive order against any of them is kind of a blanket thing. Especially if this is true, and he's got a link here to Zero Hedge.
Yeah.
But if this is actually all true, and the representative Gaetz is actually doing this, and they're working on something in there, then POTUS needs to just kind of sit back and shut the hell up.
No, because it's never going to get out of committee.
Maybe not.
It'll never get out of committee.
But
there's too many people tied into it.
He's asking for it. Executive order is not the route to go.
Right. So executive orders should be used incredibly sparingly and never against a private business.
Yeah. Or private businesses.
Or entities.
Yeah. If you want to do that's the whole point of what Congress and all of them are about.
If you have a law that you need to get put into place, then you go through the legislative body.
You want to remove it, then you start petitioning and you do whatever.
If you don't think that a law that's protecting a certain company is constitutional, that's when you go to the judiciary and you get them to deem it whether it is constitutional or not.
Let's see. Oh, he followed up with several other angles that could be pursued using legislation are already on the books, but it looks like they're going after Section 230,
which is fine.
Yeah, which is absolutely, again, that's fine, but that's Congress doing their job. POTUS doing it himself.
Right.
It's very, bro.
It's very touchy. There's such a fine line.
Yeah, razor's edge is not even right.
Yeah, that's not even thin enough.
No, and again, once you set that precedent, it's over.
Yeah,
it's over. It'll happen for everybody across the board, and it's not
the edge. The edge on this is micron, less than a micron of a line here. You really can't.
Yeah. Sweats also over on Twitter's I'm with you guys. Executive order is dictatorial. Not sure how someone could get the platform protections removed outside of court, but I don't see that happening either. Definitely a weird situation. Legislation may not be permanent, and it's true too. But
executive orders aren't permanent.
The role of the presidency is not to sign executive orders and to make laws.
Right. You don't get things done with a phone and a pen.
That's not his job. That's why we had elections and have these representatives and everything in the Congress and in the Senate.
Those people are supposed to represent us and make laws based upon what we, the people, deem necessary.
Well, yes, and that's where, and if they're not doing that, that means you as a citizen have not done your due diligence in getting them into office. And people don't like that because it comes back and, well, I don't have time, or and they start feeling guilty and don't like to be blamed for it. Everybody has every single one of us in America, or every adult, everybody of legal voting age, is responsible for the shape that this country's in.
Correct.
Period. Mm-hmm. And if you don't like that, sorry for you.
Then you're out of luck. Go to a different country where you don't have any responsibilities and where the will of the masses just overwhelm you. Courtship watching Slug.
Change it. Or just change.
Yeah, just change. Courtship watching Slug over on the Twitters as well. What are the chances that Trump is just saber-rattling about the EO?
That's possible, too.
It's highly possible, and it's probable, honestly.
It is very probable.
That's why I said, talk all you want.
And because that's what he does. I mean, he does
thing?
like to make a lot of noise and scare people.
That's your thing. So talk all you want.
The
actions that you take are the problems that we'll have.
Yeah.
So you can talk all you want. If nothing ever comes of it, that's fine. But if you talk about things like this
Yeah.
and you act on them,
Yeah. Then
we have a problem.
Yep. And even if it's for something that, we might agree with, because we can all agree that social media, especially for those of us on the right, are going to sit here and say, well, social media with algorithms and everything else, it singles us out. It isolates us. It's very hard for us to do it because it does.
That's why we have different social media sites.
But that's their right. It's a private entity, and they have that ability. And
sadly,
the same thing applies. There are 15,000 plus social media apps out there. You know what I mean? If people don't want to be on the ones that are being dictated like this, then they can go to another one or build their own. Just like with voting in people that actually represent them in Congress or in the Senate or anything else, that would require actual work. That takes time.
People don't like doing work.
Yeah, and social media is not meant to take work. They don't want to build something up. They want it to already be there, and they just slide in for the convenience.
Exactly.
And
because $20 is same as downtown.
Same as downtown.
Right.
So I this is not some. I mean, and not for nothing. Why would he? Only thing is, why if he is just trying to stir the pot, then why do this? They're already throwing.
Why would he use his press secretary?
Yeah,
to stir the pot.
That too.
Why would he do that? Why would he use her to do this? He doesn't normally do that. Normally, the press secretary comes out to quell the situation that he creates with his big mouth.
Yeah. The only thing about her coming out and saying this instead of him is if down the road somebody ever tries to challenge it, he can say, well, I didn't say that.
She said that.
I didn't say nothing.
She said that.
Yeah, that's the only thing that could be done. It's a CYA kind of a move.
But he did actually say something too.
No, and I know he did. But I just, it's so not good.
No.
I had a point, something else I was going to go.
That's
but
okay.
My brain just kind of went.
It's all right. In other news, the U.S. has declared Hong Kong no longer autonomous.
Good.
Quote, and accuses China of violating the treaty with the UK.
About damn time.
Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said Wednesday that the United States has declared Hong Kong, quote, no longer autonomous, and that the Trump administration believes China is in violation of the treaty inked with the British government back in the 1990s during the transfer of power, guaranteeing the freedom for Hong Kong residents.
Yep, I remember that one.
I do too. And I was pretty young back then.
Yeah, well, I was in Hong Kong, so.
Well, nice.
Not when it happened, but I was there. I was in Hong Kong shortly after all that went down.
Even CNN reports that China has been, quote, flexing its muscle. Last week, Beijing announcing plans to introduce a draconian new national security law for the self-autonomous Chinese city that could threaten many of its citizens' liberties and political freedoms. Quote, China and China's plans have been met with widespread outrage in Hong Kong and elsewhere, particularly in the new as the new laws will be imposed without consulting the city's legislature. Though Beijing-backed local government leaders have thrown their support behind the plan. Yeah.
Hong Kong was an amazing place, and by far some of the nicest people I've seen
in China.
Yeah, in the Chinese. It's sad what they're stuck going through right now.
It really sucks
because they just want to be left the hell alone.
All they want is to be free.
It is. They were controlled by Britain forever, and now that they finally got let go, they just want to be left alone. And China's like, no, you're mine,
and they're like, no, we're not.
Screw you.
You signed it away.
Yeah,
we're not. We're not yours.
Yeah, they want to be Hong Kongians. Is that how it?
Hong Kong Fooey's. Number one super guy.
Everyone's kung
that's
fu
racist.
Fighting.
Ha!
That cat was fast as lightning. Okay, stop. But no, I'm glad that finally we've said something. I mean, not saying that we need to be necessarily
up in arms.
Yeah,
maybe
not
yet.
Wars, but we need to be able to point out when something isn't right.
Yeah, and
because there's a lot
the recognition of that is enough for most countries nowadays to not do something stupid.
Yeah, well, that's like the same thing what we did with just saying and acknowledging that Jerusalem is the capital of Israel.
Yeah, it suddenly became the biggest thing in the world, right?
Yeah, and it's
like Jerusalem is the capital.
You mean it's not Tel Aviv? No,
it's not.
Just like Charlotte is not the capital of North Carolina.
No, it's Raleigh.
And it's the same. It's not near as big of a scale.
Get over it, all right?
Yeah, but no, they need to say something because they're great people out there. They just want to be left alone.
They want you to stay.
And not for nothing, China's been sticking their nose into stuff, trying to saber rattle, as it was so eloquently put earlier. And Russia's doing it too. I seen a news article, not article. What do they call it when you're actually on TV? Is it a segment, a news segment, a story? Where apparently Russia has been messing with our naval fighters, where they're like flying on. When I seen the picture. When I say like incredibly close,
really close,
like Top Gun.
Like, hey guys, hit me now.
Well, no, even worse. Like you remember in Top Gun when
the
they're
flyover.
Well, not just the flyover. Remember when he did the inverted dive and he flipped them off and they saw it? Like that's
that sort of thing.
That close.
Yeah.
And just so y'all know, eventually the world is going to come to an end. Things are going to get ugly, and you just need to just accept that fact and just be ready.
Yep. Be
ready. Be aggressive. No.
Be aggressive. Be aggressive.
But no, it's going to come to an end at some point, and it's just a matter of when. And so,
right.
Knowing that, it's a little bit easier to swallow. Thank you.
Speaking of making things easier, I hear that you're still doing that New Life Holistic thing, right?
Yeah.
How's it going?
It's not bad. There was a slight kerfuffle.
What were you using kerfuffles?
I may have missed my appointed slot this week. So, yeah. But hold on a second. Okay, no, what happened was
what happened?
I was in the middle of eating breakfast with the kids, and by the time I got done and happened to look down at my phone, anybody knows I don't have my phone on, the ringer's on, nothing. There's no vibration. There's no nothing. Like
he keeps it completely silent.
Completely silent. It's one of those. I glance at it and then I respond when I see it at that moment, and otherwise
he doesn't respond.
I have no idea,
no clue.
And so apparently that is what happened. Is
your alarms went and
no. He didn't call me, but I got a text at about 11:30, which I was supposed to have called him at 11, and he's like, "Hey, can we move it?" And then I said, "Yeah, that sounds good." And then I
forgot.
I don't know. No, I forgot the first time. The second time, I think it was a double booking or something like that, and it's fine. So, but yeah, no, I'm still doing it. It has actually been doing wonders for my sleep. I'm still really tired in the morning when I wake up.
Right.
But like my sleep.
Have you started having dreams again?
Yeah, actually.
Is it weird?
It's really weird.
Yeah.
I'm used to it being like
you go to sleep, I
close my eyes,
and then you wake up
and
again.
I open my eyes again, and it's been
there
4 hours or 5 hours or whatever.
Yeah.
And now I've had dreams, and it's like, so this is what this feels like.
This is what a dream is.
This is what REM is. This is what a good night's sleep is, and this is what happens. It's just a side effect. Usually, I say it's a side effect. Usually, something like this is if you have a problem with anxiety or literally any problem you think you have. I say think you have any problem you have. Odds are probably can be fixed. By calling, New Life BioFeed.
Mm-hmm. And that's 1-888-4-BioLife. That's 1-888-4-BioLife. Or go to newlifeholistic.com. That's newlifeholistic.com. Don't forget to mention Mojo 50 Radio, and you get $50 off your first session. Also, you also get a free consultation.
Yeah.
So let's get to the bell counts for today. How about it?
Sure.
Good evening, Mojo 50. Leprechaun, and here with the bell count grade for the day, Tuesday, March 26th, 2020. Today we had 3 missed innuendo bells, 32 actual bells, 4 rim shots, 1 boing, and 1 clap. Giving us a C for the day. Peace out, boys. Stay healthy.
You know what? That's fine. We'll handle that.
I'll take
We've
it.
gotten better.
Yeah, it's.
Thank you guys for 500 episodes.
Thank you so much. And here's to 500 more.
Exactly. This has been Defenders Live DOA show, mojo50.com. We'll see you tomorrow night, guys.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
That was wonderful.
Bravo!
I loved that.
Oh, it was great.
Well, it was pretty good.
Well, it wasn't bad.
Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good.